Hey everybody, I'm Cooper.
I'm Chris.
We're here at Spey Bay Golf Course talking about the reversible routing. So Chris, I want to ask you, tell us a little bit about what the course is today and where we're going with this reversible routing.
Yeah. Well, so we bought the course a little over a year ago now, May of last year. And, traditional 18-hole course, it's a true links course, one of 247 in the world, out and back along the sea. And it's particularly well suited for reversible routing because of that. So last winter, we did a bunch of work, primarily removing gorse, putting in sand and grassing in a bunch of areas to make it playable in reverse. And so we're part of the way there. And I think today we're going to be the first ones to play any reversible holes on Spey Bay Golf Course.
Well, I'm really, really excited about that. We're right here by the sea. So where are we standing and what are we looking at for this first tee shot?
Right now we are standing by the North Sea. We're at the corner of the property looking out towards what is now the 18th fairway coming in towards the 18th green. But this is going to be the site for the first tee in the reversible direction, which will play out to the current 18th fairway. So we're going to tee off here. We're going to hit it into the current 18th fairway, which will be the reversible first, and then play into that first green.
That sounds really great. So it'll be a little dogleg left kind of action?
Dogleg left. We've got a little bit of an angle going into the fairway. We've got to carry this a little bit here, and then we'll have a clear shot at the green.
And we pulled out all that gorse right before the green to make the approach, right?
That's right. So now it's open. We've got some really interesting contours. You'll see it on the video. There's still, sand and grass is growing in, but it's cleared out so we can play it.
Sounds good. Let's hit these shots.
All right.
Like many traditional Scottish links, Spey Bay's holes are played out and back in consecutive order, just like this. However, with the strategic removal of gorse and some modifications to tee boxes, Spey Bay can also be played in reverse. Instead, you play the opposite order, like this. This offers golfers variety and new strategic possibilities, effectively 2 golf courses on one property. As of 2024, the routing for holes 1 through 3, a temporary hole 3.5, and 16 through 18 have been completed. Grass is growing in as we speak. This video captures the inaugural round on the reversible Spey Bay Golf Course and offers a glimpse into the visionary work of Clayton, DeVries and Pont as they continue to transform this historic links. The first hole of today's reversible 7-hole loop begins adjacent to the 18th green, offering a thrilling tee shot that cascades into the 18th fairway, ultimately targeting the 17th green from the opposite angle. This drive demands precision as it soars over a strategic land ridge into the natural half pipe of the 18th fairway. Failing to reach it places you in a more challenging lie, making your approach tricky. Positioning yourself in the center of the 18th fairway provides a clear path to the 17th green, thanks to the removal of the dense gorse bushes that once obstructed this line. However, the challenge remains, as a short approach shot often gets deflected by the green surface, leaving you with a tricky, blind chip onto the 17th green. The subtle contours make it imperative to gauge your shot precisely. Yet, with a deft touch, this blind shot can still bring the ball close to the hole for a tap-in par. The second hole in our reversible 7 begins beside the 17th green, featuring a short tee shot into the 17th fairway and a brief approach to the 16th hole. Although this par 4 is short, its second shot presents an obstacle. A longer iron reduces your options for getting close to the pin, and what serves as a backstop on the forward 16th now deflects any short approach away from the hole and disallows running up to the green. A well-placed shot closer to the green allows for the use of putter to nestle the ball close to the hole. Hole 3 of the reversible 7 tees off next to the 16th green, leading into a par 5 that finishes at the 15th. A solid drive is crucial, as the uneven terrain can make for a challenging approach. Reaching the green in 3 is typical, but careful planning on your second and third shots are key. Aim to position yourself on the right side of the hole, which provides a better angle with more room on the left for your approach. If the wind is blowing from the North Sea, the most exhilarating and possibly unadvisable shot is starting a line into the sea and using the wind to cut from left to right. This lands the ball on the green for a possible birdie putt, which as you can see here is pulled. The fourth hole today will not be part of the final routing, but we needed a way to get over to hole 3. We decided to tee off on the 16th tee box, shoot over the 14th green, and onto the 3rd green. Though temporary, this hole is an absolute blast, requiring you to carry over a mix of scrub and bushes. The right side offers an approach similar to being short on the forward 3rd hole, where using a putter off the green can help get the ball close for a tap-in par. Today's 5th hole, 16th on the final reversible, begins next to the 3rd green and utilizes the 3rd fairway approaching the 2nd green. The drive plays into a dogleg right, and the approach is made easier by the removal of gorse that once sat behind the 2nd green. If you position yourself well, the approach shot is relatively straightforward. However, there are a number of obstacles to avoid. The green has a false front and a false back, and nasty bunkers look to the right of the hole. If you have to miss, opt for the larger bunker on the left, but you'll still be unhappy. If you overshoot the back, you'll need to carefully lag your putt onto the plateau depending on pin placement. Our 6th hole today, the reversible 17th, tees off from the forward 17th tee box, playing down to the 2nd fairway with an approach to the 1st green. Your drive sets up a dogleg right, leading to an approach shot that can be tricky depending on where your ball lands. The lie might be challenging and the turf uneven, but with the gorse cleared, the path to the green is more accessible from both angles. Once on the green, as long as you're not on the back contour, your putt should settle close to the hole, setting up a solid opportunity for par. The final hole on the reversible routing tees off from the forward 2nd tee box, descending onto the 18th fairway and aiming for the 18th green. It's exhilarating to drive over the 1st fairway, your head feeling like you're doing something wrong. Your target is reminiscent of the forward 18th, yet the altered angle transforms this tee shot into a distinct challenge, carrying similar risks. Missing between the 1st and the 18th fairways puts you on tricky turf, complicating your approach. Safer shot is the 1st fairway, while staying in the 18th fairway provides a clearer path to the green. The green's false front mirrors the forward 18th, allowing for a well-placed run-up to the pin. You'll finish close to where you began, a reminder of how differently the course plays in reverse, showcasing the strategic brilliance of reversible design.
I think my impression is it's just a blast to play the same course 2 different directions. I've actually never done that before. I've obviously seen other courses that do it, but it really messes with you at the beginning because it feels wrong.
I feel like you're breaking the rules.
Yeah,
But we make the rules.
true.
Pretty cool.
But really fun. All the holes absolutely make sense in reverse. I think they've really thought out where those tee boxes. Obviously, we played a little bit different tee boxes, but it's also cool to see the green, how the contours completely change the approach every green.
Yeah.
What was a false front becomes a false back. Instead of being worried about being able to actually hold it, you now have maybe a backstop in the other direction for it to be able to roll back down.
Sure. What was your favorite hole on the reverse route?
7 or 18 or whatever, the 7th hole that we played, I think was really fun just because I love the tee shot on 18 already.
Yeah.
Because it's just at a really weird angle and you're descending down into this half pipe.
Sure.
And then you just watch your balls just swish, the entire way down. So I think that one was pretty fun. The par 5 was also pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The second one we played, those are probably my first 2, but
The undulations on that fairway are incredible, and I think that approach into the 15th green, which we had so much fun on, trying to, the short one, had hole-in-ones there recently, playing that from that side, also being so close to the sea there, is really, really, I don't know, I think, 2 and 3 get a lot of, a bad rap here.
Sure.
For being kind of unimpressive.
People say they're repetitive. Yeah.
And just because they're furthest from the sea at the beginning of the round, I think this reversible routing really makes them a lot.
Sure.
Right? Like there's a lot more to them, and maybe just the first time I'm playing it. But I think they're really makes a little good out.
Absolutely. It was a blast. So hope you enjoyed this, being able to see the course in a completely new way. Obviously, there's a lot of work to be done to finish off the entire 18, but just to be able to play the 7-hole now was a treat. And get the light after already being here for 3 days. I want to come back immediately. I will probably book my return flight back to Scotland in the clubhouse the next chance I get to come out here. But really, really fun time. Hope you enjoyed seeing the course. We're really excited to show you what we're doing next.